We're going to talk keepers now, Brad, because I remember Hugo Lloris coming in when you were at the club, and it was Andre Villas-Boas. He didn't throw him straight in. You kept the shirt. We effectively had two number ones. And Arsenal are going to face the same situation with Ramsdale and Raya, who's coming in on loan initially. So it's interesting. You were just telling us off air you're involved in a kind of data company specifically around goalkeepers. And so in terms of numbers, who has the best numbers out of those two?
Raya does. So it's goalkeeping.com, and we have actually an astrophysicist who's come in. So basically, when you look at the stats of a goalkeeper, it's clean sheets and save percentage. Well, if you played like back in the day when I played, it was Man United and Arsenal. You played for them, you're going to have more clean sheets. You're going to probably have a better save percentage. Yeah. You're dealing with shots from bad angles, distances, things of that nature. So we do it based on the speed of the shot, where the shot's coming from, defender, angles, the through balls, shot prevention, crosses. Like every action has a positive or a negative effect. And Raya, actually in the Premier League, he was fourth. Ramsdale, I think, was seventh. Both really good goalkeepers. You know, we're talking the elite of the elite. Yeah. What stats don't take into account for is Ramsdale's used to playing in front of 60,000 at a bigger club with a lot more pressure. Can Raya deal with that? But to answer your first question, do two number ones, can they exist at a club? No, they can't. No. One wants to play. The guy that doesn't play, Matt Turner, he was just there, sat on the bench for a whole year. Should never really have signed for Arsenal in the first place, my opinion, because he's good enough to play somewhere. But he sat a whole season. You soon get frustrated. The only time it works is if your other goalkeeper, who could be a number one's really young and he's learning and he's coming up, or in my case, I was really old and I was on the way down. But getting back to Daniel Levy, being honest, Daniel Levy told me I'd come in and play 1 year. They're looking for another goalkeeper. I'll give you a 2-year deal. I ended up going and doing some coaching, doing my coaching badges, coaching academy, still with the first team, but I ended up doing 4 years. But I knew I was 42 years old when I was dropped. I'd played my whole career, so then it can work. This doesn't. So let's say Raya comes in, he gets his chance, he plays well, and then he gets taken out. He's upset. Yeah. Let's say he goes in and he plays well, and then he keeps his position. Ramsdale's upset, and it's too difficult of a position to keep team spirit and cohesiveness and camaraderie.
If you knew you were walking into that situation, which Raya will know he's walking into that situation, is he expecting to be the number one, do you think? Do you think he's going into it to fight for that place and take that place from Ramsdale, who was one of their players of the season last year?
I don't know. I don't know what's being said to them. What I know is that Raya is a Premier League goalkeeper that is good enough to be a number one at a host of clubs. And any goalkeeper that I've ever met that has the ability to be a number one, when they are number two for 1 month, okay. 2 months, okay. When he gets past the third month, you're frustrated and you want to play. And then you start contacting your agent looking for moves elsewhere and loan moves and things of that nature. And then if you're Mikel Arteta, and let's say Raya is the number two and he comes in and when he's signing his paperwork, yep, I'm going to be a team player. And then in the 6th, 7th month, he starts getting frustrated and he all of a sudden is not a team player. Well, then you have an issue. You go to Liverpool. They have a very good number 1 and 2, but everyone knows who the number 1 is. You go to Man City, very good number 1 and 2, and actually Zach Steffen the 3, but everyone knows who the number 1 is. Yeah. And if you were to ask Ortega, like, are you like really frustrated and upset? The answer is probably no, because he knows what the pecking order is.
I wonder how you sell this to Aaron Ramsdale then. If you're Mikel Arteta, I wonder if you sit down and say, we're bringing David Raya in, initially on loan, but with a view to buy. And, I want you to contest the shirt. He's probably thinking, hang on, I nearly won you the title last year.
Yeah, competition for places.
And then you have to train together. It's a big sort of camaraderie amongst the keepers, I'm assuming.
Yeah, with the keeper, there was talk like Hugo and I didn't get along. We got along. It wasn't like, I never signed him from Lyon. The club did. When he came in, I'm not picking the team, and we had a fine relationship. That was no issue. The only time I ever had an issue with another goalkeeper, and it wasn't huge issues. David James wasn't happy when I signed for Liverpool. But we got past that pretty quickly, and we're friends now. But that side of it, it's just strange. You hit the nail on the head. Okay, Aaron, you've been great for us. Now I'm going to bring in this other goalkeeper. Is on. The only thing is, I guess, the silver lining for Ramsdale, it's on loan, I believe.
Yeah, loan with a view to buy.
Loan with a view to buy.
Yeah.
So he's only had a year left on his contract. So I believe he's had to extend with Brentford to then do a loan.
Yeah. I think it's an accounting thing around FFP from Arsenal's point of view.
Something of that nature.
The money they've spent.
I don't know.
I think they want to sign him. If they could sign him now, they would have signed him. So it's an accounting get around. I think it's not like suck it and see. We'll have a look at him and send him back. I don't think he'd accept that, and Brentford wouldn't accept that.
Well, it's similar to Henderson and Matt Turner. If Nottingham Forest, if what they're saying is correct, and they're still going to go for Henderson, then you have two number ones again.
Yeah.
And I know you want, as a club, you want good goalkeepers. You need a good goalkeeper, especially in the Premier League. But when you have two out-and-out number ones, it does. It's like when Peter Schmeichel was at Man United, if they went in and bought David Seaman.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.